Hi, Cricket. You're live on the internet right now. You want to tell the people your story and where you're going? What do you think, sweet girl? So Cricket was rescued off the streets in Mongolia. When was that, honey? January 2nd? I think January 2nd or 3rd. And Mongolia is the coldest country on Earth. And in the winter temperatures, it gets down to up to negative 45 degrees, which I can't even imagine how any stray dog could survive. But these Mongolian dogs are pretty hardy. So she was picked up as a stray in Mongolia, and there are no good options for stray dogs in that country because they don't have a lot of money to pay for animal control and shelters, and they pay hunters I think a per body bonus or reward to getting stray dogs off the streets. Anyway, so Cricket was rescued by our rescue partners in Mongolia on our behalf. They asked me if I could take her. When I saw the pictures of her as a stray, I said yes. I always say, as long as it's a nice dog with a good temperament, then I will commit. So Cricket then went to a vet. She was spayed, had started on all of her vaccines, and then she spent since January, it's now August, she was in a climate-controlled doggy daycare facility. And the owner, Narka, helps us so much. He's a force-free dog trainer, and he helps us as a volunteer. I mean, we pay for the boarding, but he gives us a nice discount, and then he takes our dogs back and forth to all their vet visits. Anyway, so Cricket, so the dogs in Mongolia, whoa, my camera is moving. I've got it attached to my visor, which is why it's, so I can drive, why it's not stable. So the CDC requires dogs from certain countries to go through a rabies process, because countries where the rabies vaccine is not mandatory, those countries are put on a rabies watch list in the U.S. So what that means, to get a dog like Cricket to enter the U.S., she had to jump through hoops, didn't you? She needed a rabies vaccine, then 30 days later, a second rabies vaccine, then 30 days later, a blood test sent out to a CDC approved lab. And the blood test is to test for rabies titers. It's a titer test to see if she has rabies antibodies, which means she's fully protected, right, Cricket? So all of these things take a while. So it's probably 3.5 to 4 months after we get a dog that they are ready to travel here to the U.S. Then the next thing, oh, you're giving me a pause. She gives pause all day long. Then the next step is finding someone to fly to Mongolia to bring dogs back for us, because to send them in cargo without a person on the plane is very, very expensive. It's basically like paying for a FedEx package to go somewhere overnight. So to send dogs in cargo without a passenger on the plane could cost like, I don't know, $2,000, $2,800 per dog. That's really expensive. So what we do is we try and find people willing to fly to Mongolia, and one person can bring back 2 dogs. So one of our volunteers, Christina, and her friend, just flew to Mongolia. They flew out there the last week in July, and they each brought 2 dogs back. So yesterday, 4 of our dogs from Mongolia landed at LAX. And then what is next is the CDC won't allow us to pick up our own dogs or meet the dogs until they have gone through a U.S. quarantine. So we had to pay a CDC bonded animal care facility called Kennel Club LAX. They're really great to work with, very professional, reliable. There was another facility we worked with before that we had a very bad experience with, and they exposed our dogs to canine flu, so we will never go to that other facility ever again. So this facility that we use now for our dogs from Mongolia, it's called Kennel Club LAX. And so we pay them for their services. They have to go to LAX, pick up our dogs when they land, and then they bring them back to a quarantine facility where the dogs have to wait for an American vet to come and give them a 3rd rabies vaccine. So Cricket got her 3rd rabies vaccine yesterday, and then the CDC released her yesterday afternoon. So, and released her and 2 of our other dogs. There's 4 dogs in total that arrived yesterday. The 4th dog is still in quarantine because the titer test that the lab ran, the lab made a mistake, so they have to rerun the titer test. So that 4th dog is sitting in quarantine right now, and we're hoping he'll get released maybe next week. So I picked up Cricket last night from the quarantine place, and then right now this morning, where are we going, Cricket? Do you want to tell the people where we're going? Right now we are going to go meet her new dog mom, who flew down here from Northern California. We're going to the airport, and Cricket, you know how you're going to fly home with your mom? You're going to fly on JSX Air in the cabin, like a person. It's fancy. You're going to get to go on a private plane. You don't even know what that is. Anyway, this dog, look how lovely this dog. She keeps giving me a paw. She is so lovely, and I'm so excited for her adopters to meet her and get to know her. And, you know, these dogs from Mongolia are just, I don't know what it is about them, but they are all really, really friendly, people friendly and dog friendly. And a lot of them, for some reason, a lot of them are super easy to potty train. So, I don't know. There's just something about the Mongolian dogs. And also, they tend to be a little bit more sporty and athletic. So in size too. Cricket weighs 33 pounds, and she's not overweight. She's just a little bit taller. And yeah, these dogs from Mongolia are just, they're really unique. So this is where we're going with Cricket. What do you think, Monkey? I wonder if she knows. Because sometimes dogs will pick up on the images of what we're thinking about. And I think Cricket must be in tune to what is on my mind right now, that we're going to go to an airport. She's going to meet her mom, her new dog mom. And you got a dog dad back at home waiting to meet you today. They're so excited. So I wonder if Cricket knows. I think she might know what's on my mind.
In about 10 miles, keep right onto I-5 south towards Los Angeles.
So anyway, that's the story on Miss Cricket. The other dogs that arrived that are still up for adoption, we've got, well, one of the dogs already had a foster to adopt waiting. Her name's April. she's not on our website even, because we knew that the people will put her on our website on the yearbook pages when she gets adopted officially. And then the other two cockers are Banjo and Rudy. Rudy is the little one-eyed wiggle butt. He's so friendly. He ran out to everyone he meets is his new best friend. He's so friendly. He runs up to people, strangers, and wags his tail and jumps up to ask for pets. He's so friendly. And then the fourth dog is Banjo, and he's the one who's still stuck in quarantine. Poor Banjo. Poor Banjo. He's still in the quarantine place. We're hoping the lab that was running his titer test said they're aiming to try and get it repeated by August 12th. So there's nothing we can do but just trust the process and be patient. So hopefully Banjo can get released from quarantine next week. But anyway, so that's the story. And Cricket, your mommy and daddy applied to adopt you. And while you were still in Mongolia, they saw you on our website and they're like, we want to learn more. Tell us about this beautiful girl named Cricket. So, I'm super excited. I'm super excited for them and for her. So anyway, all right, well, that's the update. That's beautiful Miss Cricket. Oh, she's giving me a paw again. She's giving me a paw. So anyway, anyone looking to adopt a nice dog, Rudy is up for adoption. He's on our website. Banjo is up for adoption, even though he still hasn't been released from quarantine, but he's had, I'm pretty sure he's going to be released next week. So, yeah, and we have plenty of nice dogs up for adoption. So if you want to check out our available dogs and then also check out our adoption process, go to campcocker.com. And Cricket says thank you for your support. Any donations are appreciated. Thank you, everyone.